Hi guys, I'm Chris and I like to write. Hello! Welcome, Raiders! Welcome! Hi, I'm Chris and I like to write. How are you guys this evening? Thank you for coming in. Uh, I generally do my intro by, in a bilingual way. You made a bug! Well done, I guess. Hello, October Stick. Hello, guys. Hello, Channel Job. Hi, Raiders. And so, I normally make my intro bilingual, so I guess I should do the piece em português too. Oi, eu sou a Cris e eu escrevo coisas. Today's stream is a bit different. We are using today an RPG to get to story. The RPG name is Fiasco. If you guys don't know, Fiasco is an RPG that uses dice to create story elements. And we are going to use it to get a neat little outline at the end of the stream. So I have set up a little thing here for you. I made a Frankenstein bilingual fiasco. I basically picked my favorite fiasco sets and made a Frankenstein out of it. So if you guys want to check it out, you can check out fiasco here. Epic. Thank you, Jar. Um, I forgot to introduce you, didn't I? Sorry, I am a little rusty with the streaming thing, but I guess everyone who came in knows who you are. If you don't know who Jarp is, like he's the motherfucking writer in Twitch. What are you even doing if you don't know him? He's an awesome writing streamer, and you should totally check him out. um, so, um, Fiasco. The first thing we do in Fiasco is we roll dice. We are going to have 4 characters. Each character has 4 dice. I don't have like a camera to show you the dice, but I can roll and show you in chat. So I got 2 choose, and 1 6. We are going to put this on the screen right now. The clip of me talking about Giraffe needs to be the title channel thing. You're such a sweet buddy. Okay, so we roll again. We need 16 dice. So we roll. We have a 1, a 2, and a 4. A 1, a 2, and a 4. if you guys would like to make any suggestions, I don't know if you guys know how Fiasco works, but basically, in the first act, we make neat little plans, and in the second act, it all goes to hell because of something known as the tilt. The tilt is something that goes wrong. If you guys want, you can suggest the tilt, like something to go epically wrong. So it's a 5, a 3, oh, focus, camera, and a 4. A 3, a 4, and a 5. So we got 9. We need 16 for 4 characters. Each character is 4 dice. We got a 1, a 2, and a 3. So let's go. A 2, a 1, and a 3. It's a fun game to play with your writer friends, Fiasco, because it's a collaborative story game. So what she does is each of you makes up a story. It's a 4, if I can get it in frame. And this is a 5. Let me just count because I frankly lost count of the dice. So 7, 9, 10, 15. I need one more. So one luck dice, guys. It's a 4. Okay. So now that we got the dice, the relationships is the first thing we do. The relationships in Fiasco are made of using the dice. So you see on the side of the relationship there are numbers. 1, 2, those are dice. We are using dice. And these sub relationships, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those are our dice. So we have, let me pull up the screen so you guys can see. And it just occurred to me that I translated everything except that. Character 1. We have 4 characters. We are going to make up the backstories for our characters. Our goal today is to end up with a neat little story. At the end of it, we are going to end up with an outline. The plan, I am not normally very good at following plans. If you guys know me, you know. But the plan is to get a few outlines in a row so you guys can vote which ones you would like made into a story. So that's it. We have 4 characters, and I repeated character 1 down here because what's interesting is not what's attached to the character, is what's between the characters. So that's the first thing you're gonna define. With character 1 and 2, we are going to use 1 dice. to define the relationship. What? Sorry, I got a bit lost here. What's pretty wild, app that we are using dice to fulfill the characters' relationships? I'm a little rusty with all this. Sorry, guys. A little rusty with streaming. So, juggling chats and everything is gonna come to me. Um, the first stream in like 8 months. So, we are back here. I like to begin relationships by looking at what we got the most of in terms of dice. We got the most fours and twos. We got 4 fours and 4 twos. So I'm going to start the relationship by looking at what 2 and 4s are. Twos are work relationship. Então, os dois são relacionamentos de trabalho. And fours are geek and nerdy. So, geek and relacionamento geek and nerd. And we think about what's more interesting to the story. E a gente pensa sobre o que é mais interessante para a história. My Frankenstein Fiasco playset. So, if you guys are new to Fiasco, Fiasco works like that. The rulebook is paid. And the playsets are fan material, so they are free. Anyone can make a Fiasco playset. If you know how to play, you sort of don't need the rulebook. So we are sort of freestyling here. Se você não conhece Fiasco, a coisa com Fiasco é que o Fiasco ele é pago, mas os playsets são gratuitos. Então qualquer um pode criar um playset, qualquer um pode jogar o playset. Então você pode ver os playsets no site do Fiasco. I Frankenstein playsets are my favorite playsets. This one is a sci-fi superhero playset. So I think with the team it goes better number 4. That's Geek and Nerd. Themed. I like comic book nerds, so I guess I'm going to pick this 4 too. So I'm going to use 2 dice. Number 4 up here, number 4, and number 2 down here to make this happen. This is the relationship between character 1 and character 2, and we take 2 dice out of our dices here. So a dice number 2 and a dice number 4. Okay, so we do this again with the relationship between characters 2 and 3. We take a look at the table. What we got more now is still 4s and 2s and 1s. So let's take a look at relationships number 1. It's rivalry. So rivals. Então a gente tem mais 4, 2 e 1. Então vamos olhar os relacionamentos de 1. São rivais, né? I like the good guy and the arch enemy. I think it's a good relationship. Champions of conflicting ideals might be a good relationship. I don't need to define it right now. I can just define it as a rivalry. So I'm going to define it as a rivalry because I like the rivalry theme. Então eu não vou definir, eu vou definir como uma rivalidade no momento. So if you're looking at it, our character table is like this. We have a defined relationship between characters 1 and 2. They are both comic book nerds, and we have a start of a relationship between characters 2 and 3. It's a rivalry. Oh, no worries, Birdie. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a nice time at work. Yeah, shout out to the comic book nerds. Let's hope they do well in this story. Even though it's a fiasco. Everything's supposed to go wrong in fiasco. So now if we are playing, now it would be the turn of the person playing character 4. Each one of these people would be a character, and now would be the turn of the person playing character 4 to choose a dice and the relationship. So again, the dice we have the most are 2 and 4. So we can look at 2 and 4 relationships. That's how I prefer to work. 2, it's work relationships. I was hoping for something a little more sci-fi. So I guess I'm going to go for the things I have the list. I like mad scientist and that ray operator. So I'm going to choose 6. Am I in the right screen? No, I'm not in the right screen. I'm going to choose 6 and hope there's a 2 around the next round. So this is the sci-fi stuff I picked from Fiasco. I like some really cool playsets. Então eu quero que meu relacionamento seja de ficção científica. Eu vou pegar um 6, espero que tenha um 2, porque eu gosto de cientista louco e operador do raio da morte. So, it's my only 6. I'm using it for this. Okay. So it should be character 1. Character 1 turn. So we got the established relationship. We can establish a need. Once the relationships are established, we got a few categories to choose from: locations, objects, and needs. I want a need. What you got the most is 2s and 4s. So I'm going to start there. Need 2 is to save the day. And need 4 is to uncover. Então a gente tem mais 2 e 4. a necessidade de dois é salvar o dia, né? Depois que a gente termina os relacionamentos, que nem o relacionamento entre personagem 1 e 4 já tá resolvido. Se bem que tem um relacionamento entre o personagem 1 e 4. Scratch that. There's the relationship between characters 1 and 4. So, I guess I'm going to use the other sci-fi one because I really want sci-fi one. So, I'm going to use a 3 for characters 1 and 4. I really want this to be a sci-fi adventure. So, okay. And now it's character 2. Character 2 got a rivalry with character 3. Now we got to define the rivalry. So, character 3 and character 4 have a sci-fi relationship. And character 2 is a comic book nerd. So, I think I would choose champions of conflicting ideals because they have a lot to choose. So let me snap that. Então acho que eu vou escolher essa opção porque a gente tem um monte de 2. Representante de ideias conflitantes. Champions of conflicting ideals. Okay. So now character 3, we have to define the relationship with character 4. We used our only 6 to make it a sci-fi relationship. Então, personagem 3, a gente tem que definir o relacionamento com o personagem 4. Nós usamos o único relacionamento para personagem de ficção científica. Então, agora a gente tem que definir o outro. I think in the vein of having more force, we should pick aliens in the same solar system. From the same solar system. So character 3 and character 4 are aliens. And now we choose for character 4, we need to take out a 4 here. For character 4, we need to set the relationship with character 1. It's a sci-fi relationship as well, but it's this sci-fi relationship from this table. I like this interdimensional doppelgangers. Eu gosto de a mesma pessoa em outra dimensão. I like it because, well, then it means person number 1 is an alien. Okay, so let's stop and take a look at what we got in the text window. Então vamos parar e ver o que a gente tem na janela de texto. So, these are the relationships between the characters. Character 1 and character 2 are comic book nerds. Character 2 and character 3 are champions of conflicting ideals. Character 3 and character 4 are aliens from the same solar system. Character 4 and character 1 are interdimensional doppelgangers. Então, o personagem 1 e o personagem 2 são nerds de quadrinhos. O personagem 2 e 3 são representantes de ideias conflitantes. O personagem 3 e 4 são aliens do mesmo sistema solar. E o personagem 4 com 1 são a mesma pessoa em outra dimensão. That might mean character 1 is an alien. And character 2 might be more than what they seem because they have conflicting ideals with character 3. Okay, so now needs. After we end the relationships, we have to settle needs. So let's see, what do we have the most here? We have 2s, 4s, and 5s. We don't have any 6. So needs, I like to save the day, that's number 2. And to find might not be a bad need. I think I'm going to use to save the day. So we put the need here under character 1. Então eu gosto de salvar o dia, então a gente coloca a necessidade aqui sobre o personagem 1. And I should be in the right window so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So we use a 2. Now we have 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 2 4s, 2 5s. Let's take a look at the other categories. Locations. We have a nerdy person. I forgot to change the numbers, but this one's number 6. When I Frankenstein the thing, I forgot to change the numbers. Oops! So we got some nerdy people, so we might go with a nerdy location. How about... Oh, we don't have any 6s, so we can't. Okay, so location is not looking like something you can do. Objects might be new technology. If you guys see something you want to try that we have the dice for, please shout it out and I'll accept your suggestions. Se vocês virem algo que vocês querem usar com os dados que nós temos, por favor, informem que a gente usa. New technology, free source, unlimited energy. Let's see. We have 1, 2, and 2 4s and 2 5s. I think I'm gonna go with 30,000 robot servants. Eu acho que eu vou ir com 30 mil robôs serviço. Okay. 30,000 robot servants is our last 2 and 1 5. Okay, so we have now 5 dice. The other thing we might use objects, locations, and needs. I think we should get another need. To find out, to save the day, to escape, to escape. It's a pity we don't have 2 ones because to escape back to your home world, it's a good one. To find out. I like to find out what have you forgotten. So I guess we might use this one to find out what have you forgotten. It's one of our needs. Between characters 4 and 1. Da interdimensional doppelgangers. Então a necessidade é lembrar o que você esqueceu. and from the same solar system. Find out what have you forgotten. Okay, now we have a 1, a 4, and a 5. So we need to define one more object and probably. So one more object and then probably needs. Character 1 and character 4 have settled our needs. So objects, what can we get with 1, a 5, a 4 and a 5? Our options are ominous, objetos. A gente tem 1, 4 e 5. Vamos ver o que a gente consegue agora com os objetos, né? We have ominous, either shooting a cauldron or a beaker of green glowing sludge. I think for where our stories seem to be divided, a beaker of green glowing sludge might be more thing. So okay, our other option is a devastation, a falling meteor. Então a gente tem um meteoro que cai, né? Or space maggots. Or we have a 3-sided coin and then a magic lamp with 2 wishes. I like the space maggots. I think we should use space maggots. Oops. I just screenshotted the wrong thing. Space maggots. And the need was to save the day. So and we got to 1 left, so in a turn for past failures. So now let's see what you got. We use our dice. So let's see what we got. Yeah, the name of the category was devastation. So space maggot. This because I edited the thing. It was brain eating space maggots. So yeah, this is gonna be horrifying, truly. So let's see what you got. We got character 1, who's a comic book nerd, and is character 2, the comic book nerds, are on a mission to save one. Then is on a mission to save the day. So character 2 and character 3 have conflicting ideals, and there's something involving 2,000 robot servants. Character 3 is an alien from the same solar system as character 4, and there's something with space maggots. And character 4 is an interdimensional doppelganger of character 1, and they want to find out what they have forgotten. So we got the beginnings of the story here. We have our elements now. We have the beginnings of the story. So from what I'm seeing here, character 3 wants to destroy the world with space maggots, and character 2 is not having it. Our comic book nerds, character 1 and character 2, are they want to save the day. They want to save the day from the space maggots, and they have 30,000 robot servants to save the day, or they are fighting 30,000 robot servants, whichever we we can feed. They are either fighting or they have a lot of robot servants to save the day. And character 4 is the same person. It's an interdimensional doppelganger from another planet, from the same person, character 1. So maybe character 4 has something to do with the 30,000 robot servants. Maybe character 5 is bringing. So hear me out. Maybe character 1 and character 2 are comic book nerds going about their day, and thank you, John. I you can pitch in if you want. You guys are awfully quiet on their chat. You guys chat a lot. My chat, you guys are really quiet. Viu, gente? Vocês podem falar. Vocês são quietinhos aí. So, character 1 and character 2 are comic book nerds. Maybe they work on this comic book together, or they read a lot of comic books and they find this character they really relate to, and they find it's awesome, and it's an ongoing joke between them that the character really sings like character 1, and then they walk in from another dimension. Those an alien from another dimension walks in with space maggots trying to take over the world, following fighting the army of 30,000 robots, like corrupting the robots one by one, is this character from the comic book that happens to be the doppelganger from character 1. And the thing they have forgotten is how to live a good life. They are so hardened by the conditions they have been in that they have forgotten what a pleasant life is about. Então, um, então escuta aí, a ideia é o seguinte. Personagem 1 e personagem 2 são nerds de quadrinhos. Eles se divertem, tem esse quadrinho que eles leem, que eles até brincam com o personagem principal, parece muito com o personagem 1. E aí entra o personagem 3, que é um alien do mal de outra dimensão, que vem com larvas espaciais tentar dominar a coisa toda. E tem também robôs. Na mesma dimensão sai o personagem 4, que é um alternado do personagem 1, corrompendo as coisas para tentar, corrompendo os robôs para tentar salvar a coisa toda. E o que ele esqueceu é como ter uma boa vida. I think it's a beginning of an outline, it's an intention. So now we have our relationships, we have our pieces on the table, and we have an idea of what we want. So now we write the scenes. The way it works is each character goes one at a time and they have scenes. And in Fiasco, you act out the scenes. But I am a writer, so I'm gonna write the scene. I'm gonna tell you what happens in the scene, and I'm going to write the scene. That's why I'm concerned you guys are so quiet. I'm going to name my characters first. Anybody got suggestions for a name? I'm going to name my characters. You know what? I'm going to name this character. So, we've established there are some heroes here, right? So I'm going to name this character Giraffe. It's the hero of my thingy, of my story. Giraffe raging without you. And I'm going to name this character. Cora, because it's a story about alternate universes, and Cora is my character. Yeah, you waited, Matt. You are too sweet, yeah. And character 3 is the villain. Do you guys have any suggestions for the villain? Or Bad villain. I don't know, I got a name in Mal. That's Portuguese for evil. The good thing about this is that you can change things later if you're not happy with them. So, I'm gonna name her Coral because I'm writing Coral story and it's a bit confusing. So Coral happened mal. Oh, I forgot one. No, that's right. This one's Coral too because it's the doppelganger. So we start going through the characters. So scene 1. Scene 1. Coral. Now. No, that's right. For this piece of the game, the color of the dice matter. So we have 8 dice. We have 4 dice for each character. We have 4 characters and 4 dice for each character. 2 black, 2 white. The color of the dice dictates whether scene ends well or whether scene ends badly. We have then 8 scenes that are going to end up badly and 8 scenes that are going to end up well. We don't have to write them in order. We can figure this out later. It's part of our outline. I don't know how the scene finishes yet. My idea is that they are at a comic book convention, since I don't have a location, and the trouble starts are in a comic book store, and the trouble starts there. Então a minha ideia é que eles estejam numa convenção de quadrinhos e que o problema comece lá, né? Então, se não, think we have more English speakers on chat today. Eu acho que nós temos mais falantes de inglês no chat hoje. Então, talvez eu devesse escrever em inglês. I might want to write it in English. Let's give it a go and see. Coral and Jarek are in a comic book store speaking out comic books. Feeling there to read this. they are discussing a super rare comic that got discontinued. So current Japan a comic book store feeling there to read list, they are discussing. Yo! Bigfoot Beyonce! Good to see you too! Welcome, welcome! Those of you who don't know, Bigfoot Beyonce is a writing streamer. I think all of you here know who he is because you guys all joined from Giraffe Stream. But if you, in case you guys don't know, shout out to Bigfoot Beyonce. We are writing today a story using this RPG Fiasco. So our goal is to get an outline by the end of the session. In a couple of hours we should have an outline. So I named one of the characters after Giraffe because why not? So Carl and Giraffe are in a comic book. You love the game! Yay! Someone knows Fiasco! I love the game too! Great game, I agree! Yeah, so I'm using Fiasco to get an outline. The plan, I suck at following plans, but the plan is to eventually pile up some outlines so you guys can choose which you would like turned into a story. So current Japanese comic book star feeling there to read this. They are discussing a superhero comic that got discontinued. It's a comic book adventure about coloners fighting alien invasion. Alien invasion, and it ended on a cliffhanger. And on a cliffhanger. Thank you, Bigfoot. I hope so. So for today, I'm writing. As there's more of you English speakers in the chat, I'm writing em inglês. Como tem mais falantes de língua inglesa no chat, estou escrevendo em inglês. For change, I normally write in Portuguese, but I doubt any of my regulars will come in because it's 4 in the morning. Hello, having streaming 2 months and suddenly streaming 4 in the morning. And ended on a cliffhanger. The alien ship crossed to another dimension. I imagine my trap is not going to be very true to trap. I don't know how I would go about writing your dialogue if you want to pitch in. Cora would say something like, "Man, that's lame." Maybe trap can be exposition. Maybe our trap can go, "That's a rare edition. It's sold out." A few months ago. Man, that's lame. Now, now and never. No, didn't. I should have made a character ninja band because they would be ruling an army of robots, so. What do you think, Trap? Ninja bands are Trap appropriate? Now I never know the end. Now never know the end of it. And it's not as good as Batman, the Killing Joke. Killing Joke, anyway. Or something like that. I don't know what to say, Trap. Maybe because this needs to be goal oriented. Coral is looking for a following edition of the Galaxy Plague. So they are in a comic book store. Coral is looking for a new edition of this comic that could continue. Coral is looking for the Galaxy Plague. And they don't They don't make anymore. The last edition is a rare one. So that was a few months ago. There's no prediction for when it will be out. Maybe the creator died. The point, you don't need to make the dialogue or the story too clean. You just need to put what happens out there. So that's the scene one with Coral. This Coral was trying to look for the thing, for a comic book issue that doesn't exist. She gets a black dice. She gets a black die. Her scene ended badly for her. And she's gonna give. I know, it's a disaster. No. And she's gonna give her black dice to Mao. Let's see if Mao gets a bad ending. Mao is either gonna get the good ending or the bad ending, because I'm giving out the dice to Mao. It happens like this: when you get a dice, you, in the first act of the thing, of the story, you don't keep it. You have to give it to someone else. So we remove back dice from our pile of dice here and move on to scene 2. Now we have to set up our villain. It's a scene between Giraffe. We have to set up how he finds out what happens. Maybe his cell phone, so Giraffe exits the comic book store. He found everything he wanted. He takes a look. Let's make the letters on this smaller. His cell phone. You take a look at his cell phone. He wanted to take a look at his cell phone. It's glitching. He goes to take a look at a nearby stitch clock. I don't know if you guys have it. Like, probably do those digital clocks that come with ads. It's glitchy. Must be a hell of a solar storm. He bumps into a stranger on the street. Bumps into a stranger on the street. And, okay, so discussion. What I needed to do, I needed to set up Mao. So Mao is gonna arrive with an invasion. I need the first seed the invasion to be ready because I'm going to have 4 scenes to set up Giraffe and Mao's relationship, and what you saw from the setup is that they are enemies. Running into a brick wall. Guys, I know I have the mature filter on, but I don't use swear words in my writing. So watch where you are effing going. This is not the character. Put some swear words in here. It's glitching. He goes to take a look at the nearby 6 clocks. Glitchy must be a hell of a solar storm. And it's like running into a big wall. Hey, watch where I'm going. Underneath the trench coat of the stranger, he sees a metallic hand. He sees a metallic hand. So that's the first clue that something is a little off. The equipment, everything, the phones are glitchy, and he sees a metal hand. So this, I'm going to give nothing bad happen in the scene. I'm going to give it a wise die. And I'm going to give the die. Someone needs the die. I think I'm going to give it to Coil. Let's see. Let's see what happens. So, então, cena 2. Então, até aqui, a Coral tava numa loja de quadrinhos e ela não achou o quadrinho que ela queria, que é esse quadrinho sobre alien de outro planeta que colonizam com robôs parasitas. E o Jurep, então, a primeira pista que ele tem de que tem alguma coisa errada é que nenhum dos equipamentos dele funciona e que ele bate num cara, esbarra num cara na rua que parece que tem uma mão metálica. He catches a glimpse of a metal hand. Okay. So this is the first glimpse of the villain. I think we have Mal arriving on Earth. Mal. This is the first glimpse of the villain. Sorry, it's 4 a.m. I'm starting to get a bit repetitive. Starting to get a bit delusional. It's 4 a.m. Entrei mal. Mal looked down upon the feeling blue planet. The first inhabited planet found in this new universe. In this new universe. It wasn't impressive. But it was found in this it wasn't impressive. Would be good fodder for servants. The meat vessels. I just had an idea. What if Mao isn't a character? What if Mao is a cloud consciousness? What if the maggots, the space maggots, have like a collective conscience, and they are trying to eat. They are trying to parasite on people. So they change the universe because they ran out of things to eat in their other galaxy, and they are looking for new things to eat. In this galaxy, they found Earth. And we are doing an army of 30,000 robots because the maggots can't eat the robots. Então eu tive uma ideia. E se o mal não é uma pessoa, sendo uma consciência coletiva de larvas espaciais que tentam comer as pessoas? E aí os 30 mil robôs é porque não consegue comer robôs. I think I like this idea. I'm going to see if I can outline it. Which version were capable? Now opens its millions of hungry mouths. Each would office today. It found. So Mount pronounces it. It found in this new universe. It wasn't impressive, but it would be a good fodder for servants. Approach Earth in a flying saucer and look down upon the puny blue planet. A sentient species of sentient space carnivorous. Space maggots. But searching finds house and looked down upon the puny blue planet. The first inhabited planet it found in this universe. It wasn't impressive, but it would be good fodder for servants. And food. The meat vessels were capable. Would feast today. I think that's a good opening scene. So we give Mao white dice because it's a good scene for Mao, at least. Mal gives the white die to... Let's give the white die... I want Coral and Jarab to have good endings. So let's pile up the die. Coral and Jarab's end. Maybe Jarab will get all the black die and Coral will get all the white die. Does this setup work? I don't know, guys. Does this setup work? Can you guys follow? Não sei se esse esquema funciona. Vocês conseguem seguir? Let's set up scene 4. Vamos fazer a cena 4. Então, a cena 4 com a coral 2. So, we established that Coral has an interdimensional doppelganger, Coral 2. For those of you guys who never played Fiasco, the dice dictate what's the outcome too. We are going to do that at the end. We roll the dice to see if it's a happy ending or a sad ending. Normally in Fiasco everything ends up bad. So we have the establishing scene. Agora put some dinner in the oven, but I'm throwing you in my headphones to keep the story vibing and enjoying it. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. I'm going to keep working on the story then, and you have a nice dinner. So, então a gente estabeleceu que a Coral tem um clone de outro universo, que é Coral 2. Essa cena é dela chegando, né? Então acho que deve ser a cena dela chegando e vendo o mal chegar também. So I think the scene must be Coral arriving and seeing Mal get there. Coral got some feedback from her robots. Coral got some feedback from her robots, and let's see. her radar. Quando you took a look at her radar and the feedback. Coral 2 olhou para o seu radar e o feedback que ela conseguiu do seu robô. She got from her robots. Cannot arrive too late. Talvez a gente, para Coral 2, a gente possa fazer um tapa-olho. So maybe for Coral 2 we can have like an eye patch. Just eye patch to look at her radar and at the feedback she got from her robot. She had not arrived too late. Mal was just arriving at the atmosphere. And if it thought it was going to take this planet without resistance, it had another thing coming. Well, activated her watch. Well, activated her watch. Girl just her best to look at her radar and at the feedback she got from her robot. She had not arrived too late. Ma was just arriving at the atmosphere, and if it thought it was going to take this planet without resistance, it had another thing coming. Coral 2 adjusted her eye patch. So Coral is trying to stop. So Coral is trying to stop Mao before they get. I'm trying to organize my thoughts, guys. Coral activated her watch. Coral ajustou seu tapa-olho e olhou ao radar para o feedback que ela conseguiu de seus robôs. Ela não tinha chegado tarde demais. Mal tinha acabado de chegar à atmosfera e ia levar, se achava que ia levar esse planeta sem resistência, tinha outra coisa. Era melhor pensar de novo. A Coral ativou seu relógio. And started feeling there was just something she needed. A voice. She needed a voice. She needed to trigger the voice recognition system. And there was only one person for the job in this entire dimension. The entire dimension. I'm going to give Coral a white die because she's trying to find a guy and she's going to find the guy. Coral's not keeping the die, but I need to be careful who I give the die to because it might create some problems. I think I'm gonna give it to Mao. That way they get a black die and a white die. After the end of the game, we roll the dice to see the outcomes. And it's better to have either a lot of black die or a lot of white die. Mixed die give out a bad ending. So I'm trying to give Mao a bad ending because I'm a sucker for good Trump evil. Eu tô tentando dar um final ruim pro Mal, porque eu sou partidária do bem vence mal. A cor 1 tá meio que sobrando. Cor 1 is kinda not doing anything for this narrative. She and Draper are the ones who are going to have to save the world, but she's not doing anything yet. She needs to glue to Giraffe. Coral and Giraffe. I'm a bark reading comic books when they see the first sign that something is a woman stumbles, stumbles. And then on the park bench. Drops a maggot into Squirrel's comic. The maggot starts to screech and contort to climb and tries to climb at the back of Clara's neck. Clara's neck. Is beaten, then possessed by the maggot. She loses control of her body. She begs Judah for help because she is scared and doesn't know what is going on. And we end the scene here. This is a black dice scene. It doesn't end well for Carl. Carl just went from having a mild bad day where she can find her comic to having a horrible day where she is attacked by flesh-eating maggots. And we give the black dice to Giraffe. We're gonna try to give him black dice. Okay. Então a Cora tava de boa no parque e chegou uma mulher caiu uma larva espacial da mulher e a Cora se ferrou, né? Ela acabou controlada pela larva espacial. Chorar. So giraffe is trying to pull the space magnet out of coral. He's trying to cut it with a knife, a pocket knife, yes. In comes coral two and hits with a laser. Come with me if you want to live, says Coral 2. Coral 2 5 days. Close holidays. Stripe helped carry her. Close holidays. Couple of robots in trench coats. Excuse me. Desculpa. So up and carry her. Giraffe follows along, protesting. Who do you think you are? Where are you taking her? Where are you taking her? To the base. We don't have much time. I need you to say activate command $25. Operation independence. Activate operation independence. Activate what? What for? We don't have much time. We need to activate the protocol, and it only answers to your voice recognition because it thinks that you are General Dora. If you want to save your planet, I need you to say activate operation ninja bands. And here we have white die because Coral is saved by the bell. I think I'm gonna give this dice to Coral too. We have 4 white die and 6 black die. Ok, next scene small. Então eles estão lá, a Cora tá sendo engolida pela nave espacial, chega a Coral 2 e salva ela. E ela fala pro Jerep que ela precisa que ele fale e ative Operação Ninja Band. Se você não sabe o que está acontecendo, o Jerep é um escritor do Twitch e ele tem um alter ego chamado Ninja Band. Se você não acompanha o Jerep, é isso que está acontecendo. Ok. The humans were satisfying enough meal, within mere hours. The Mao had taken the Earth's defenses. The projectile weapons did nothing. Against it without killing their own. The humans war strategies and no punch shouldn't and then just as it had started to get comfortable Smithy the Michi things resistance had started to grow. The progress had followed, and even here, but this time they had the upper hand. This time would disable the little pests eat the humans. Oh, okay, so this is bad. We use black dice here. let's give the bad dice to Rap. Let's try to get him a good score at the end of the game. And the last scene scores. Scene 4, scene 8. Excuse me. Scene 8, part 2. So, when it last stops the scene, Cora's trying to convince Giraffe to say to activate Operation Defense. Giraffe was reluctant, but Coral started come to Coral 2 explains to him the situation. They are suffering an alien invasion. The alien maggots are called Maul. They are a main sentient species. They destroyed her home planet and then left for another. After years of ravaging and then left for another dimension. Giraffe says that's just like the plot of the comic they were reading. Corchu drugs. The multiverse must have a funny way to interact. He doesn't. Jeff says he doesn't believe her. He still needs him to activate the robot army. They will only answer to him because they think he is her late friend, General Giraffe. The Giraffe says he doesn't believe it, that he doesn't think anything will happen if he says activate Operation Ninja Band. Voice protocol confirmed. Voice protocol confirmed. So the machine, the machine confirmed the voice protocol. Says it doesn't believe anything happened if it says activate Operation Ninja Bands. And in doing so, he says the thing. So the thing activates. No, this is good. So he gets white die. Now we have a new dynamic. We are at the halfway point of a story. Agora a gente tem uma nova dinâmica. A gente tá no meio da história. There's a dynamic called the tilt. Tem uma dinâmica chamada a virada. Oops, I closed the thing. Oops. Sorry guys, I closed the thing. I'm gonna open it again. There you go. So the dynamic called the tilt. Basically, we roll for things now. We use the remaining dice and we roll. And we see two dynamics that are going to tilt the game according to the table. And I'm going to change everything. So we get our pieces on the table. Now it's the time the dice is gonna messing up. Então a gente tem a tabela virada, né? Agora a gente tem todos os nossos elementos na mesa, a hora que os dados vão bagunçar o coreto de tudo. Então vamos ver que dados a gente consegue. Let's see what we get. We got a 4, three, and a 6. Three, 4, and a 6. We got a 2, and a 5. We got 3 and a 6. We got a 1, and a 2. So basically we got more 2s. Let's see what to get out of this. But we can do anything. I'm partial to magnificent self-destruction. I'm partial to magnificent self-destruction. Tilt. So it's a 1 and 4. and two people cross paths and everything changes. And that was our tilt. Those are the two things that need to happen to the story now. So something self-destructs and two people cross paths in this later half. Nine, 12. Welcome to, and she is very shaken by everything. She recognizes it as the end of the world from the comic books. She read. She just wants everything to be over. Then Grab activates the Ninja Band's protocol. Welcome to, and she's very shaken by everything. She recognizes as the end of the word from the comic book she read. She just wants everything to be over. The app activates in Japan's protocol. Immediately, all of the robots with cannon upgrades, get laser cannon upgrades, and the hideout in a volcano is activated. And a cosmic ray starts preparing to fire up wars. Trying to fire up wars. That was a good, like, she had no agency whatsoever. Carl is a character that has no agency whatsoever, but whatever, that was a good scene. And now in the second half of Fiasco, she keeps the dices she gets. Everyone keeps the dices they get. So Coro gets a dice here, a wise dice. I might have made a mistake in doing so late in the night. I'm sorry. I'm putting my hands over my face. I and I am tired. Might have been a mistake. Life is nothing without such a mistake, isn't it? What? My computer's beeping. Don't die on me, dude. Don't die on me. Hinton. Sure. The extinction ray needs your voice command to activate. Only work, but it will only work if I place the beacon the small ship. Face control. I may not come back alive. But I'll save the planet. Coral and Fun Jar needs to take a ship. To the volcano where they will activate the extinction ray. They embark on the ship. They embark on the ship. It's the white side. Trap gets a white die, unfortunately. Now I need everything to go wrong. I only have one white die and now black die. So the white die I'm going to reserve to the end of the story. I need everything to go wrong now for everybody. Então eu tenho um dado branco. Vários dados pretos. Eu preciso que os dados pretos saiam agora. I need something bad to happen tomorrow. Mal starts looking for the source of the robots and wiping out robots one by one with its ginormous ship. It's when it can finally find the source and truth. It's the base. Everyone just left. There's nobody there. The alarms sound. There's an intruder aboard. So this is a black dice. Definitely. Intended to make it a black dice too, so let's leave it here. So curfew, let's see what she's up to. We become the ship, but the ship's defenses react. She has to fight to keep it safe until the team arrives at the volcano. At the volcano. Fight until the team arrives at the volcano. Unfortunately, Mal learned a thing or two and uses gastric juice to corrode. I have no idea if that's how that's spelled. The big so the maggots puke the bacon. maggots puke on the beacon. And those two have been used, so now I have 3 black dice and 1 white dice, and it's the final round. The final countdown. Doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Sinchu Kuruchu. I'm going to save the very last white die for the final scene. Paul and Joe arrive at the volcano hideout. They can activate the extinction machine, but the beacon signal never came. All they have are teleporters. We don't have another beacon. Well, things she remembers from the comic books, the layout, the alien ship. I don't think she remembers from the comic books the layout of the alien ship. She and Jorah decide to take the transporter to the alien ship. It has to be operated by hand, and Jorah ends up staying behind. Let's give everyone their dice. Claire's got one black dice. Jeff got one black dice. I forgot to give Kyle one white dice. He's got one more. Now we have one black dice and one white dice, saving the one white dice for the last action of Coral 2. So let's see about. Coral is face to face with Mao. Media. Same time, but at the same time, strange face. Strange face. She knows. Knows weakness. She opens a drawer to a particularly chubby sorry chubby. She opens the door to a particularly chubby maggot of another color and lets he nibble at her. For an instant, the control of the swarm is taken. And they no longer share the telepathic bond. Coral takes that opportunity to pull a plug in the ship, which triggers the self-destruct sequence. Scene 16, scene part 2. This is gonna be a white die. So part 2. Takes squirrel by the wrist and uses her watch to teleport them out of their safe and sound. They both end up at the volcano hideout. Watching the fireworks happen in the sensors. While all of the maggots withered and died. Because I'm a sucker for happy ending, even though this is fiasco, I just fish myself a happy ending. Uma Coral, dois pega a Coral pelo pulso e elas voltam para casa sãs e salvas. E terminam no esconderijo do vulcão assistindo os fogos de artifício nos sensores, enquanto todas as larvas murcham e morrem. That's it. There's the aftermath. We are going to roll the dice into the aftermath, but first I'm going to take a quick break. And I'll be right. I'll take a quick break and be right back, right, guys? Eu vou fazer uma pausa e eu já volto. Alright, I'm back. Estou de volta. A gente vai fazer a rolagem agora do fim do jogo. We are going to make the... Oops, that's not it. That's it. We are going to make now the roll of the dice for the end of the game. So making a recap, we got 5 dice with coral, 4 white and 1 black, 4 dice with raptor back, 1 white, 2 dice with Mal, 3 dice. I forgot to put the last dice. 2 dice with Mal, 2 black, 1 white, and 4 dice with coral. 4, 3 white, 1 black. The way it works is you roll the white dice and black dice and you subtract the difference. And basically 15 points is a success. 9 to fix 15 points is a partial success. And anything less than 9 is a fail. Então, a gente tá aqui no score final, né? A cor tem 5 dados, 4 brancos e 1 preto. O Jeff tem 4 dados, 3 pretos e 1 branco. O Mal tem 3 dados, 2 pretos e 1 branco. E a cor 2 tem 4 dados, 3 brancos e 1 preto. O jeito que isso funciona, a gente rola e a gente subtrai, né? Os dados. E... aí, basicamente, acima de 15 é sucesso, entre 9 e 15 é sucesso parcial e abaixo de 9 é falha. E falha no fiasco é falha mesmo, tipo, falha enorme. Então eu vou rolar aqui os dados. Eu só tenho 3 dados, então eu vou rolar 2 e 2, que é os brancos. 4, quer dizer 5 e 4. Eu acho que eu vou fazer a rolagem. Acho que eu vou fazer a rolagem aqui mesmo. 4 mais 5. Aí 6. Só agora que eu percebi que eu tava sem a câmera. E 4. Subtrai 6. São 2, 13. Um sucesso parcial. Aqui. Pra Coral. Aí o Jurep, né? A gente vai rolar os dados. do 2, 3 e 4. So 2, 3, and 4 for Europe. Yeah, my boy got the pageant, unfortunately. Four is the really bad ending. Now, I'm gonna roll this as the black dice and this as the white dice. So, 4 plus 5 minus 1. 8. Yeah, my boy Mao also got somewhat of a bad ending. One plus 1 plus 5. I already know she got a bad ending. Those dice will suck. Minus 2. 5. So basically, everybody got a bad ending except for Coral. So let's write the aftermath. The aftermath in Fiasco, people do it a lot differently. You might do it scene by scene, or you might, according to the number of the dice, or you might just do one big scene. I'm a little tired tonight, so I think I'm gonna do one big scene for each. Conclusão. Então eu vou fazer uma cena grande pra cada. Qual? Qual? And sees. Qual comes back home and sees Earth besieged and everything go back to normal. The only consequences of this adventure to her are a scar on the back of the neck and the fact that her best friend can say Jap unfortunately got the bad ending. No one recognizes Jap for his heroic deeds. On the day of the space maggots on top of that, he might have come back with coil to the universe she came from. He found out he can control the robots because he is part robot. So perhaps moving his part robot. Mao. My body Mao also ended up badly. Mao, but he didn't end up as bad. Mao blinked from another universe in unbearable pain. One of its arms had been cut, but it would have its revenge against the girl from Earth. It was just a matter of time. Last but not least, quarter two. Oh, it's morning. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. It's almost 6. Bom dia, gente. Bom dia. A gente ficou acordado a noite inteira escrevendo. Já tá acabando. Lost her planet lost her best friend, lost everything. Her one consolation is that Earth 2 is saved. She and Giraffe shall come back to her universe to deal with the aftermath. And this, my friends, is the story of... We need to give this story a name. A gente precisa dar um nome para essa história. Invasion of the Mal. Invasão do Mal. Invasion of the Mal. Let me do a recap for my people in Portuguese because I have been relaxed. Tô fazendo a recapitulação para vocês em português porque eu tive uma bagunça. Desculpa, gente. Eu tô voltando a fazer stream, então eu vou voltando a pegar o jeito aos poucos. Eu esqueci de vocês. Metade do stream. Então vamos lá. A gente criou essa história usando fiasco chamada Invasão do Mal. A gente estabeleceu que a Coral e o Jorep são dois nerds de quadrinhos que estão lá de boa consumindo quadrinhos quando essa invasão começa. E aí as pessoas começam a ser comidas por vermes espaciais no mal. E aí nessa invasão vem uma clone da Coral de outro universo que tá com um grupo de robôs, um exército de robôs para derrotar as larvinhas do mal aí. E aí eles formam um esforço para derrotar as larvinhas do mal e sai tudo errado, mas no fim dá tudo certo, eles destroem a Coral, destrói a nave do carinha do mal. E aí, no fim, o Jorep e a Coral 2 voltam pro universo da Coral 2. O mal ganha um continua, talvez ele volte. E a Coral 1 volta à vida dela normal. So, recapping. We started the story where two comic book nerds are being comic book nerds, and then an invasion starts with a lot of larvae from space eating people, and this person show up, this doppelganger of Carl from Universe 2, and starts combating the larvae, the space larvae, with this army of 30,000 robots. And things go kind of right, go kind of wrong, and they stop the invasion. And this is what we decided. I'm going to translate this for Portuguese and leave that in the Discord. So, I'm sorry. I'm scrolling. It got pretty blurry. I'm going to leave that in the Discord. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. I want to thank you guys for sticking with me throughout this. Eu queria agradecer vocês por ficarem comigo por tudo isso. E eu vou deixar esse texto, vou traduzir o texto e vou deixar no Discord. A intenção, gente, eu sou muito ruim de cumprir intenções, mas a minha intenção é fazer vários ao longo do mês e deixar para vocês decidirem quais vocês querem ver escrito. So I'm going to translate this to Portuguese in the Discord for you guys to read. My intention is I'm really bad at fulfilling my intentions, but my intention is to do a few ideas on the month and leave it in the Discord for you guys to vote at which one you guys want. Guys, I wanted to thank you guys, everyone who came out. Thank you. Eu queria agradecer a todo mundo que veio. Muito obrigada. I see you guys then next time, and good morning. I see you guys next time. Good morning. Bye bye. Vejo vocês na próxima. Bom dia. You know what? Final Boss editing is on. We're gonna rate him if you guys don't mind. Oh, okay, but he's not playing games, he's not writing, so never mind, we're not gonna read. Gonna read the tobacco.